What up? It's your boy JP, aka the Bearded Investor. I want to rant a bit, so I got this message today, and it reads, I think we're good without a buyer's agent. It's work we can do on our own, and it leaves us a little extra room to negotiate on pricing and contingencies. And as an agent, I kind of took this a little personal, so I thought it appropriate to address it in a video. One thing to note, every listing has a buyer and a seller commission built in the price. Sellers that hire smart and savvy agents won't discount their worth, but rather educate the parties involved. In this video, we'll be discussing whether it's in the best interest of a buyer to have a buyer's agent when purchasing a property. We'll be exploring the pros and the cons of using a buyer's agent versus going directly to the listing agent. Advantages of using a buyer's agent. One of the biggest advantages of using a buyer's agent is that the represented buyer's interest is exclusive. And so, what this means is that they are solely focused on the buyer's needs, their wants, and which can be a significant advantage. In addition, a buyer's agent has access to information about properties that they may not be available to the public. They can provide value and insights and advice that can help buyers make informed decisions about their purchase. Another advantage of using a buyer's agent is that they are trained in negotiation. They can help buyers get the best deal possible and navigate the complex paperwork and legal requirements associated with buying a property. So, in most cases, the seller pays the commission for both the listing agent and the buyer's agent. So, there's no additional cost to the buyer for using a buyer's agent. Some of the disadvantages of using a buyer's agent. One potential disadvantage of using a buyer's agent is that there may be a conflict of interest. In some cases, the buyer's agent may be incentivized to encourage the buyer to make a purchase if it's not in the buyer's best interest. In addition, some sellers may choose to work only with the listing agent, which means the buyers may not have access to all available properties if they are working with a buyer's agent. Advantages of going directly to the listing agent could be one advantage of going directly to the listing agent is that they have access to all the information about that specific property and can provide you some insights and details that may not be available to the general public. In addition, the seller may be willing to negotiate a lower price if they do not have to pay a commission to a buyer's agent. One potential disadvantage of going directly to the listing agent is that they represent the seller's interest exclusively. So this could put the selling agent in a difficult position. They may not be focused on getting the best deal for the buyer and may not be able to provide the same level of representation and guidance that a buyer's agent can. And in some states, it could be illegal to only to try to represent both parties. So it does make it pretty difficult. And in Wyoming, we have what's intermediary, so you become neutral, so you can't even represent both the buyer and the seller. So in conclusion, there are some potential drawbacks to using a buyer's agent. The advantages generally outweigh the disadvantages. A buyer's agent can provide value representation, access to information, and the negotiation skills, all without any additional cost to the buyer. However, it's ultimately up to the individual buyer to decide which approach is best for them based on their specific circumstances. But at the end of the day, it is definitely better because by having a buyer's agent, the buyer's agent knows all about the paperwork that's required. And sometimes, depending on the buyer may not understand all of the things that they need for being protected. So at the end of the day, it's in your best interest. It costs the buyer nothing, and all negotiations are on the table. And contrary to popular belief, You can get the best deals by doing the best negotiations, not trying to shortcut whether an agent is involved or not. So, if you want to learn more about how buyers agents can get you the best deal, please reach out to us, send us a DM, or just comment on this video. Please save this for a later date because you might need it, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.